Hi, hello, hi. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. So, today we're going to talk about some stuff that I'm getting rid of. I decluttered my makeup station. It was a mess. I just got to the point where I had so many things that didn't have a place anymore because all my drawers were full and all my little slots for eyeshadow palettes were full. I just had a lot of stuff and there was a lot of it that I didn't use, didn't like, was old, needed to be tossed, whatever it was, had to go. So today I'm going to tell you all the stuff that I'm getting rid of. Let's talk about it. So a lot of this, I will say, is just old. It's gonna get thrown away because it was old. There's some stuff that maybe I could give to my mom or something, but for the most part, a lot of it is just old. So yeah, let's talk about those things. Let's go through the nonsense that I pulled out of here. So this is pretty much a full bottle, unfortunately, of the Becca First Light priming filter. Here's the thing, I got this, I think, as a free gift with purchase from Ulta, and I used it a couple times, but I don't like it. It doesn't do what I want it to do as a primer, because with primers in general, I'm looking for something that will make my makeup last longer and will smooth my face, fill in pores, whatever. This honestly is a glorified moisturizer. And not even, because it's not even moisturizing, but it has this serum-y finish to it where it just didn't do anything. I didn't think. I mean, it blends in to have this really shiny, pretty finish, and it made your skin soft, but what do I and then what, you know? That's not really what I'm looking for from a primer. Okay, I have a bunch of these Stila Glitter and Glows that and a Shimmer and Glow that I really, really liked. I got these little baby ones. And the thing is I really like these, but they're dried out. You can kind of see that one, it's sticky now. So it just is, they just have to go. And these glitter ones, honestly, this one is kind of gone, but it's you don't really get much out of them anymore because honestly, these are so freaking old. I've had these for ever and a day. Look, nothing comes off of that one, hardly. And they're chunky and gross now because they're literally ancient, but oh yeah, nothing really came off that one, just some red. Yeah, these are beautiful and I love the Stila Glitter and Glows, and I still have probably 10 in my drawer over there, but those ones in particular, I mean, I sat there and swatched all of them to make sure I wasn't getting rid of any of them that are still good and usable. Those ones just aren't, but I do feel I got my money's worth out of uses from them, and I do feel that I enjoyed them for the money that I paid for them, and I'm not just wasting them. They weren't full, you know. I definitely got use out of them. So next thing that I'm getting rid of is my Wet n Wild Photo Finish Foundation, not for any reason other than it's old and it smells extra bad now. It smells so bad. But yeah, that you can tell I've definitely used and abused this foundation, and I would repurchase this foundation. I do really like it. The problem is it kind of always smells like paint thinner, but we've gotten to the point where I've had it for so long that it extra stinks, and so it's just, that one's just done. We just have to be done with it because it's bad. So I'm getting rid of this little Master Duo Maybelline eyeliner. I used to freaking love this eyeliner because it's like fat and skinny. Can you see that? It has like a fat end and a skinny end. You just have to like twist it so that you can do your liner with it. I used to really like this, and it's like a fine product, but this one is ancient and I have other things that are easier to use now. I think I just liked that one because it was a little bit forgiving, because you could use the skinny end pretty easily, but now I've discovered I like felt tip pens better and we're just going from there. I'm getting rid of this teeny little Heellllooooo bronzer because while I did use quite a bit of it, I mean, there's still some in there. I used some of it. I have a big one. I just don't really need this. I have no need or use for it. So yeah. This is more of a product empty than anything. A lot of these products are like mostly empty, and I'm just kind of like finally coming to terms with I'm never going to completely finish it because it's old and because I don't want to. So that's what a lot of these are. A lot of them are well used. I'll tell you if they're not, but a lot of them are. And one of those products is this tiny NARS, well, not tiny, this is the full size, but this little NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I had the shade Vanilla. It is literally gone. There's like scrapes of it left in there. And I held on to this for so long because they stopped selling this soft matte concealer for a very long time, or for a while at least, because I went to repurchase this and they didn't have it anymore. And then I got a notification randomly kind of from Sephora that they had these back in stock. So I did buy a new one, and I do have a brand new one. I talked about it on my Instagram stories, but yeah, so I do have a new one. I didn't buy the shade Vanilla this time. I bought the shade Custard because this Vanilla is like the lightest shade that they make, and that's just too light for me now. Love this concealer, and I'm so excited that there's more in the world. I literally kept that and used it to like carve out my brows and to like fix mistakes that I made on my face for the longest time, and that's how I just like held on to my love of it. And now that it's back, I don't have to do that anymore. So I'm getting rid of this mini Becca Hydro Mist Set and Refresh powder. Yeah, I'm getting rid of this because I used it a couple times and it was just too weird. I think it's like dried out now anyway. I don't think it has that wet whatever that it was supposed to have before. It was supposed to feel like water or something. It doesn't have that anymore because it's too like dried out. But yeah, I'm getting rid of that because I didn't like it anyway. Like, it was too weird. Oh, so first eyeshadow palette that I'm getting rid of, which I'm kind of sad about because I did love this palette, but we're at the point that it's so old and I haven't used it in probably a year, so there's just no reason for me to continue holding on to it. But the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, it still kind of smells like peanut butter. But yeah, that's what that palette looks like. It's a really cute palette. I really liked it when I did use it, but the thing is I'm just at the point now where I don't reach for it. I have many more palettes that I like a lot more than this. So yeah, this one's out of here. RIP to this one. But I did really like it for a very long time. I think I bought this literally in college, and I have been graduated from college for 3 years now. So this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer. I think I said I was gonna try to finish this year, but it's gotten to the point where, like, you can see the color is starting to separate here at the bottom. And I've used a lot of this concealer, so I'm just calling it. This is the end of this one's life. It doesn't smell bad, but like the color, I mean, the color is literally separating. So I think that this one is just done. We're just gonna have to call it a day with this one. I had the shade 1C Light Cool. I don't know why I'm not really like that cool toned. So I'm also getting rid of this Fenty Matchstick. This is the shade Amber. That's probably most of what is left. It doesn't twist anymore. It's literally this little nubbin that's left at the very top, and it's this like gray toned contour color. You know, I I mean, I used all of this product. I was just kind of holding on to it because I was like, sometimes I like a little bit more of a gray tone for like contouring my nose. But then I really, really wasn't reaching for it anymore. And I actually don't really love a gray toned contour anymore. If I was more fair, like I used to be before I got onto my self-tan vibe, I probably still would like this more, but it's so gray now that I don't think that it would blend and like look pretty on me anymore. So I never use it. I have a different matchstick now that I use more often. So this one's just a no. The Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer with Broad Spectrum SPF 20 sunscreen in it. I think that there's maybe, if I tried really hard, a use left in this. So this is honestly probably a product empty also, but it's pretty. You know, I liked this. Oh God, it smells so bad. It's literally like 3 years old. Literally, it's 3 years old. And it never really gave me as much coverage as I wanted it to anyway. I don't know why I held on to that tube for so long, because it truly was like empty and ancient. So it smelled bad. Like, you know, when sunscreen like starts to go bad and it just smells so strongly of like chemical sunscreen, like that's what that smelled like. So yeah, I don't know why, you guys, I'm so bad about like holding on to stuff, even though I know that it's like old and won't perform, or I don't use it. I'm like, well, maybe I want to. I'm so bad about that with like makeup and clothes. Pretty much nothing else. A bunch of other stuff I'll throw away in a hot second. Like anything else, I'm like, throw it away. I don't want it. I don't want it near me. Let's get rid of it. But like makeup and clothes, I hold on to so bad, and I kind of need to work on getting over that, but I guess that's kind of what we're doing right now. The next thing that I'm getting rid of is this Too Faced little bronzer. This is the Medium Deep Chocolate Soleil bronzer. You know, I bought this. Oh, it still smells so good. I bought this as like an impulse buy at TJ Maxx. I saw them and I was like, oh, a cute little bronzer. Like, I should get that. Like, it's so little, it'll be good for traveling. Okay, well, first of all, I'm not going anywhere. Second of all, I have a million other bronzers that I like more than this one. This is the old formula, which is why it was at TJ Maxx, and it's just not as nice as the newer Chocolate Soleil formula, because I have a Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I really like that one, but this old formula just doesn't blend as well, and it's a little bit chalky. So we're just gonna get rid of that one. This is something that I bought literally for no reason other than I saw Kylie Jenner say that she uses it, and this is so embarrassing, but like, I was like, oh, her skin always looks so good. I should try it. The Urban Decay Naked One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector with SPF 20. I have the shade Light. You can see I clearly have used a bunch of this. Like, I did like it. She said she mixed it with other foundations. I don't really know. I did use this a lot in the day though. I literally bought this in like college, so sometimes I get got by influencers, and by sometimes I mean a lot. I mean, it has better coverage than the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I really don't know that they even make this anymore. I kind of want to say no, but this is also super old. Like I said, I literally bought it when I was in college, so it's at least 3 years old, which means it's gotta go. Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I have this brown one that is so dried out, it like doesn't hardly work anymore, so that one's gonna go. I know everyone loves the Stila waterproof liquid liners, and they're only okay for me. I don't know why, which is why I didn't ever reach for it and it dried out. Another liquid liner is the Smashbox, and it's from the Smashbox and Vlada collection. This is the Petal Metal Liquid Liner. This one was like black, but it has like rose gold glitteries in it. I'll try to spread it out so you can maybe see it a little bit better. Yeah, there you go. You can see the rose gold glitteries. You know, the thing is, I never used this, and when I did, it came off my eyes really easily, so that one's gotta go. And it's also old. Like, when did they do that collection? Like 2017? Right? Yeah, I don't know, but it's very old and it doesn't need to be anywhere near my eyes again. I bought these when I was first getting like into makeup, so that's why I have them. I didn't, you know, research everything as well as I should have, and didn't respect some of the issues as much as I should have. So I have the Tarte Shape Tape foundations in both hydrating and matte formulas. Everyone was really mad when Tarte came out with these because they came out with like 3 dark tones, which is terrible. It was literally a collection. Just, they were like, this is only for white people and light medium skins. They should not have done that. And because that, like, oh, how stupid. And everyone was like talking about it at the time, and I was like, oh yeah, what an issue. And but still bought them. Come on, self, be better. But you know, honestly, I bought them because they were on sale. I definitely didn't pay full price for either one of these. I bought them when they were on sale, and like I said, I was just kind of getting into makeup, and I at the time was pretty poor, so I didn't really probably even need to be buying these. But yeah, so this is the hydrating foundation, and this is the matte foundation. You know, the thing is, I didn't hate the formula on these. I kind of liked using them. You can see I had 2 different colors too, because why wouldn't you? I think the packaging is cute, that they look like a big Shape Tape concealer. Like, I think that that's cute, and I really didn't mind. I didn't mind either of these formulas. Like, I kind of thought that I would hate the hydrating one because I thought it would be like oily on my skin, and a lot of people said the matte one was drying, and I didn't think that about either of these. So I liked them, but you know, I got some other foundations that I liked a lot more, and I stopped using these. You can see like there's quite a bit gone from both of them. Well, I shook them so you can't really see as well. There's quite a bit gone from both of them, but I don't ever use them. They're definitely like 3 years old, so they can go. Here's another thing that I bought on sale because I was like, well, I bought it because it was on sale, and also because the lady at Ulta told me that she really liked this foundation, and I just genuinely wonder like how or why she liked this foundation. Like, I just don't understand. But anyway, I got this Stila. It's like Correct and Conceal or something. I don't know, but it's a stick foundation, and then in the top here it has a concealer. This stuff is trash. Like, it's so freaking bad. I tried to use it too. Like, I probably used, I don't know, half of this. It's bad. But that's the foundation, and then the concealer, you guys, was like a grease ball mess. Like, you can see how greasy that is. Gross. But yeah, the stick foundation, which I'm not really a stick foundation person anyway, but this one, whenever I did use it, it would just like fall apart on my face, like just completely like patch off, and just, oh, it was bad, you guys. And I tried to use it, I tried to get through it, I did use up quite a bit of it, but it got to the point where I was like, why am I trying to force myself to use this? So then I just held on to it for a while, and now I'm just throwing it away. This is hard for me. This is very hard for me because I love my eyeshadow palettes. These ones are very sentimental to me because they're like the first ones I ever got, and I'm very sad that I'm getting rid of them. But we're to the point where I have first of all, I have so many eyeshadow palettes that keeping ones I don't use doesn't make sense. And also, these are ancient. But I'm getting rid of my first 3 Naked palettes. I'm really sad about it, you guys. I mean, they've gotten some use, She's been loved. She's so old and gross. She's been loved. This one too has massive dents in it. I didn't really hit pan on any of them, but like we're pretty close on most of them. Like all of these ones and this one and these ones all have like gigantic dents in them and might as well have pan. They don't, but they are very close. But you know, I know that I used these and they had their time and I loved them dearly. This one has less love because this one I got and then I really started to ramp up buying eyeshadow palettes. I did love this one and use it a ton at one time. So yeah, you guys, it's really hard for me because I do love these palettes, but I know that it's like a sentimental reason that I love these palettes. I don't use them. I don't know the last time I reached for one of them. The only one that I kept is my Naked Heat because it is still like my newest one, and I should probably just get rid of that one too. I just wanted to let myself keep one of them, so I chose to keep my Naked Heat. Okay, this is hard for me. I just love these. I'm pretty sure this Naked 3 palette is like the first makeup thing that my husband bought me before we were even dating. And then he bought me the Naked Heat. I know for a fact he bought me the Naked Heat before we were even dating. He stayed up all night to wait for the launch. He's so funny. But anyway, yeah, I just know that like I can't keep them. I have so many eyeshadow palettes. There's no reason for me to just hold on to these ones just because I'm like, oh, I love them. I don't like the formula. I don't use them. They're so like dusty and awful to use. I just need to let it go. So I'm also getting rid of this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealer. I did use a lot of it. You can see there's cracks all the way down to the bottom because I really tried to get through this. But you guys, I hated this concealer. I really didn't like it. It was like cakey. It made powder look funny on my face. I didn't think it had enough coverage. I really didn't like it, and I bought it because everyone said that they did like it. Lies. Lies. Straight from the pit of hell, lies. So yeah, no, that one's, I don't even care about that one. It's gotta go. I also bought this product because influencer hype at the time got me. It got me. And then this product was on sale, like half off at Sephora. And I was like, oh, I can finally try this. The Farsali Jelly Beam Highlighter in the shade Glazed. That's what it looks like. You guys, this stuff is gross. It feels so gross. I don't really get it. I never figured out really how to use it in any effective way. Every way I tried to use it, like made my foundation look funny, or it like took off my foundation, or it wouldn't blend. It's like an okay color, but like I never liked it and I could never figure out how to use it. So see ya. In the same vein as that is my Becca Moonstone Cream Highlighter. This is pretty, and you can see I like barely ever used it, but the thing is like I don't really like cream highlighters. I mean, that's beautiful. The Moonstone shade is so pretty, and I kept my powder one of it because it is beautiful, but like I could never figure out how I like to use this because I just don't like cream highlighters. I think that's just what it is, and I need to just make peace with that with myself because I just don't like them. They look so pretty for some people, and the people that like them, I'm like, good for you. I love that for you, but for me, can't do it. In the same vein as cream highlighters, this Benefit High Beam highlighter, I have this little baby of it. It's gotta go because I don't really know what to do with it either. I mean, it's a really pretty like pink icy sheen, but like what am I doing with that? Literally ever. This is another one that might as well be like a product empty because it's like empty, but this is the Becca Ultimate Wear 24-hour foundation. I don't even have the sticker to tell you what shade I had anymore. anymore. I think I had the shade like Buff. All the letters are like worn entirely off of there because I used this foundation so much. I mean, it's pretty much gone. There's just some in the bottom. The only reason I'm not trying to use this up is because it's old now. I mean, it's old. It's probably 2 years old. But I loved this foundation when I had it and was using it regularly. It is pretty thick, so you have to be kind of careful with how much you apply because it can get cakey just because it's thick and high coverage, but it does wear really, really well on the skin. So especially my skin type is normal, leaning oily. Like I get pretty oily in my T-zone, especially my nose, mostly my nose, but this still wore really, really well on my skin. So I loved this foundation, and this is one I would actually repurchase, but for now it's just gotta go. Another foundation is this Becca Ever Matte Shine. Oh my god, I have letters from that other one on my finger. Anyway, this is the Ever Matte Shine Proof Foundation. This is the shade Buff. That's why I'm pretty sure that other one is Buff as well. This stuff was so thick and just not good. It smells bad. It's old. I mean, I got it at TJ Maxx, so it's probably old when I bought it, and then even more so now because I've had it for probably 2 years also. This is the kind of like matte foundation though that was like chunky and cakey, and it just didn't wear well on the skin. Like almost like it cracked apart and got sloppy. Like we don't need that in our lives. So I'm getting rid of this. I have to be so careful. I'm getting rid of this Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter for the reason that it broke. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten rid of this highlighter because I do really like it. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful highlighter. So I wouldn't be getting rid of it except for that it is a broken, crackly, literal mess. So, see ya. Okay, we're getting to the end. I know this is a lot, but I had a lot of things that I just needed to bite the bullet and get rid of, including this Morphe blush palette. This is the Cool Pro 8C blush palette. It's really pretty. I did really like the blushes in here. You can tell like I really used these ones a lot. I mean, it's a really pretty blush palette, but honestly, I have blushes that I like a lot more. And you can tell that what's weird about this one is you can tell it's starting to go bad because you can see, you see the discoloration down here and down here on this palette. Like the pans are literally like changing colors. So yeah, that's gross and it needs to go. I just have so many other blushes that I like way more. When I first got this, I used it a ton and I did really like it, but So this is a Kylie Pot eyeliner in the shade Bronze. I really liked this. You can tell I did use it a lot. I like these little like gel eyeliners. I never use them and I really should like try to use more. I have a couple. But yeah, you can tell I use this a lot in the day. The only reason I'm getting rid of this is because it's dried out. It's not really usable anymore. So another blush I'm getting rid of is the Urban Decay Afterglow. This is the shade Video. I really loved this blush. It has a huge dent in it from how much I used it back in the day, but now I have blushes I like a lot more. This color is a little bit like light and dusty for me now, so I don't ever reach for it. But I mean, I do really like it. It was a really nice, it did me well. I enjoyed it when I had it, but now I just have so many more that I would rather reach for. The last thing that I am getting rid of, and honestly, it's about time. This is the Morphe 35O palette. Right? 35O, yeah. See ya. So the thing is, I liked this palette a lot. I used it a ton. I mean, this one has a huge divot in it. I used that shade honestly the most. I mean, I liked this palette and I did use it a lot, and there's some really nice shades in here. The color story is nice, but you know, I have the same complaint about these Morphe 35 pan palettes that a lot of other people do, and that's that a lot of the colors are almost exactly the same. They're okay quality. Like, I'm glad I had this palette to like learn and to play with, but now that I think that I know what I'm doing more, I would rather spend my money on a really nice palette that has good pigmentation and good color payoff than I would on this that has like these. Are you kidding? They're like the same thing. In this one, I would rather not buy palettes that are just full of repetitive shades and are kind of dusty. So she's gotta go. She's gotta go. Yeah, that was my last thing, you guys. That was everything that I'm getting rid of. I truly am probably just gonna toss all of it. Honestly, most of it is so old that I don't think I would even feel right giving it to my mom or my friends or anyone. But anyway, that's it from me. That's everything I'm getting rid of. Like, what are you guys getting rid of lately? Are you kind of like, how do you feel about your collection at this point? Do you feel like there's anything you need to part with? Do you guys get sentimental about your makeup too? Like, let me know, because honestly, it's really hard for me to get rid of those naked palettes, but I'm gonna. I just feel very sentimental about them. Do you guys get that way? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go. I don't really know what I'm gonna go do. Go hang out, I guess. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate it. I love chatting with you in the comments about all these makeup-y things. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great night, a great day, a great whatever you're doing, and I'll see you all in the next one.